What's going on, guys? It's JFC here. I want to talk today about something that has been on my mind a lot recently, and that is skill-based matchmaking. We know this has been added to friendlies. We know it's been here since I think the start of the World Cup promo. I think we've had skill-based matchmaking for sure in friendlies that we know of. And today with the release of the Winter Wildcards Cup, mix in, you get a Winter Wildcards player pack at the end of it. You just play 2 games, getting a swap token. That's really nice from EA. I wanted to talk about this a little bit more because I think that the FIFA community is just wrong about skill-based matchmaking. In my opinion, of course. If you look at the FIFA subreddit, there's been a lot of posts complaining about skill-based matchmaking in friendlies, right? Because people don't want to have to deal with that. This is from a month ago when they added it during the World Cup promo. Skill-based matchmaking and swaps makes it an utterly mind-numbing experience. How have they made a friendly mode ranked, for fuck's sake? You look at the comments down here and people are just like shitting on this guy. So you would rather it be miserable for people 4 to 5 divisions lower than you who you easily beat. Why should you be able to ruin the experience for some guy in Division 7 by coming up against them? I'm in Division 2 myself, but I disagree. I don't even understand the argument against this. If you are in Division 2, then you can easily beat Division 2 players. I swear a bunch of you guys just want to win every game and collect cards. Sounds boring to me. I like challenges. Okay, tough guy. I'm in Div 8 playing against Div 8 players on my level. How the fuck you think lower Div players feel when they come up against you? Sounds like you need a tissue. Stop crying. Like, this mentality, I personally I cannot understand. Because I don't understand how people don't look past the surface here and see, like, the bigger issue at hand. On a surface level, you would say, okay, every single division player is playing against their own division. Therefore, it's kind of has to be fair for everybody, right? And that way it doesn't make it necessarily easier for one player than easier for another, right? That's kind of like the thinking behind it. That's the logic behind it. That's where they're coming from. But there's problems with that. And yes, on the surface, that is the case, right? It's fair for everybody technically. But the way it becomes unfair is that what is actually the point in getting better at FIFA? That's a huge problem, because when there's no point in getting better at FIFA, or this goes with just any video game, if there's no point to getting better at your video game and there's no reward for it, then your game won't survive that long. It's just not going to. Maybe not survive that long isn't necessarily the right word, but EA are limiting their games so much because there is no point in getting better at this game. An essential part of gaming is wanting to get better at a video game. This game is obviously it's a sport. The goal is to win, right? That's clearly, EA have made it abundantly clear that is their only goal, is to get us to win games, right? They're doing a little bit better with that recently, like with the Play 2 thing that we got today for the swap token, but they have made it abundantly clear that the only thing they care about is winning games. Okay, I want to win more games. How do I do that? Well, if I get better at the game, I just play against players who are also better at the game. So then we just reach a crossroads where it's like, what's the point? There's 0 point in me trying to get better at this game. And that creates a huge issue for all types of different things. Why do you think the pro scene on FIFA is literally irrelevant? No one cares about it. And you've got other games, there are other sports games even, that have pro scenes that are way more popular than FIFA. When FIFA is the game for the biggest sport in the world, why do you think that is? Because there's no point to getting better at this game. You got FUT champions here, and I can work my way up from rank 4 to rank 1, right? I can really grind, go from 14 wins to 19 wins. That can take a player months and months of really trying to get better at this game. Being a 19-1 FIFA player puts you in the top 0.001% of players. And what do you get when you get there? Apart from better coin rewards, right? You get 100k coins compared to what, like 50 or 60k, 50k coins. So you get 50,000 more coins, but you get no more player picks. The rewards are all up to luck. And my best set of rewards this year was in rank 5. That was my best set of rewards this year. And I finished rank 1 twice, and I finished rank 2 4 times, and rank 3 7 times. Like, literally my best rewards have been rank 5. That's a giant problem. When you have a game that is virtually entirely down to wins, and then you make it so that you can't really get better and improve at this game and see it in the results of your wins, then you're just stuck here saying, okay, I'm going to do the absolute bare minimum. That's what I'm going to do. And that's what FIFA players do. They do the absolute bare minimum. They get their rivals rewards for the week with 8 wins, and they're done. They get to FUT champs, they get to rank 5 or 4, and they're done. They don't care about how to go higher than that. You go to friendlies, you play the same players that you play in division rivals, and you have a match limit. This is probably where the biggest problem of them all comes in, honestly, is the match limit. So not only do you have skill-based matchmaking, you have a match limit on how many games that you can play. So I'm going to be playing up against elite division players for 11 games of Homegrown 11 or whatever cup or friendly I want to play, playing against players of my own skill level, which every division will be playing. This isn't just Elite Division. If you're in Division 6, you'll play against guys who are in Division 6. And say I go 5-6 out of my 11 games, right? Say I go 5-6, and I think to myself, damn, I really want to go 7-4 next time. I want to go 8-3 next time, because as we know, this game's tied around wins anyway, so it's going to help me in the long run, right? If I want to try and get better at this game. Except there's no point. If I get better at the game and I go up in higher divisions, I'm just going to play against better players and friendlies. And I'm going to go 5-6 next time, and I'm better at the game than I was before, but I would never know that. So I can't tangibly see when I'm improving at the game. And the reason that that's a problem is usually you would say, okay, well, I can see myself going up in divisions, right? That's kind of one way to see if I'm getting better at the game. Then the problem with that is I'm just going to be playing against better players and friendlies if I go up in divisions. So I don't want to go up in divisions anymore. So you have all of these like issues with doing anything that you do, right? If I want to get better at the game, well, I'm going to play against better players. I'll go up divisions, which will help me see if I'm getting better. Then I'm just going to play against better players and friendlies. So there's no win. There's zero win to any of this. So the guy down here that says, I swear a bunch of you guys just want to win every game and collect cards. Sounds boring to me. I like challenges. It doesn't sound like it because you don't want to try and get better at the game. You understand how I can just flip that and say that to you. So saying the I like challenges things, I want to play against guys who are the same as me, doesn't really work, because that means you don't want to really actually get better at the game. You just want to play guys who are at your level and not guys who are above your level. So it's the same thing, right? That's why this whole argument just doesn't make sense to me. That's why I get so frustrated, because at the surface level, it does seem, hey, this is fair. Everyone gets to play the same division people. When you just have to look a little deeper than that and realize that, no, this isn't fair for anybody. For anybody. Not just the Elite Division players, Division 1 players, but the Division 9, 8, and 7 players too. This is not fair. I'm Division 8, and during the day, I only get matched against much higher players. It's fucked. At night, it's an even match, and it's way more fun. But these gatekeeping cocks don't want us to enjoy the game at all. If they didn't do division matchmaking, I would not bother playing friendlies. Every single game, obviously, it's very obvious. Every single game has a winner and a loser, right? Somebody has to win, somebody has to lose. Therefore, there has to be some sort of gap in skill, some sort of gap in somewhere to determine the winner or loser. So EA had decided to kind of try and make that gap between winner and loser as small as possible by making it so that you play against somebody in your division every single time. But in reality, there has to be some sort of gap here. If you're bad at the game, then you're just bad at the game. You can't have it handed to you. There has to be some sort of winner and loser in the situation. And I hate to say it, like, I don't want there to be win objectives. There doesn't have to be win objectives only. That's on EA's part. But if you're gonna make it win objectives, you have to have it so that better players tend to win more often. Otherwise, there's no point to getting better at your game. That's kind of the whole synopsis of this entire thing going on right now. I wish they had it so that it was just like play games would get you objectives, that kind of thing. That's what they have today, and that's what I appreciate. I wish we got that winter wildcard pack for playing 10 games, right? Then it's like, okay, the win doesn't matter as much. There's still other ways to like make a win matter in friendlies, but just not as much. But this for the bad players who are in Div 9 and 10, right? You just have them play 10 games to get a winter wildcard player. That's totally satisfying to them. And you have it so that the higher tier players can win some games and make it so that maybe was worth a little bit. But the win should be worth substantially less than just playing the game. In my opinion, that's how it should be. But when EA have it so that the win means virtually everything in every single game mode. Division rivals, there's nothing that matters except a win. FUT champions, nothing matters except a win. When you have it so this is the case, there has to be a tangible way for you to get more wins than you used to get. And right now, there is virtually no way to do that. So no, I don't want to just smash everybody I play. Pause. But you have to have a mix of the two. You have to have a mix of playing against people who are better than you and worse than you. Otherwise, your game just gets boring. It's just going to get boring, and it's very unrewarding as well. That's what we're experiencing with FIFA. Obviously, as we know, FIFA is just not rewarding. We know this by now. Why? One of the reasons, skill-based matchmaking in friendlies is a big part of that. Skill-based matchmaking in every inch of this game is a very big part of that as well. Remember, guys, this is just my opinion, of course. Let me know what you guys think down below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about this. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Thank you guys for watching me rant. Thank you for watching my videos every single day. You mean the world to me. I love you all. See you next video very soon. Peace!